Hi everyone, welcome back to the Manicurist Gossip. I'm your friend Vanessa, your favorite nail touch. In today's episode, we're gonna be a little bit more sensitive. We're gonna be talking about a very emotional and very sensitive topic, which is endometriosis. And today I have a lovely guest. Her name is Carla, and she's gonna be sharing a little bit of her experience going through endometriosis. And I'm very excited to have you in the nail appointment with us today. So I really hope you enjoy this time, this conversation. And just before you join us the nail appointment, I want you to think about these questions. How many times do you ask yourself if the people around you isn't in pain? Sometimes I feel we forgot how many people suffer pain in silence. So let's go to the nail appointment. What happened?
I plugged in fairy lights and it just came up. And I don't know how it happened, but I have so many compliments.
We're gonna fix her. Thank you so much for doing it. I believe it's so important to talk about. I don't hear people talking about their pains or talking about endometriosis in stuff. Like I only learn about endometriosis when you talk about it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I only once you mentioned endometriosis, I noticed that my fiance also has endometriosis.
Yeah.
Kind of symptoms. She doesn't have diagnosed, but she has the same symptoms.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for you to want your own experience, educate a little bit people as well about this very sensitive topic.
Yeah, because I have a lot of my friends didn't really know a lot about it either until I started talking to them about it. I remember seeing videos about it or hearing celebrities had it years ago and then being like, oh my god, I hope I never get that or I hope I never have that or have a problem with that or anything like that. And then when I was diagnosed it was oh, and I didn't know there was so much more to it, than I really had no idea what it was or what I was getting into with this diagnosis.
But what did you feel? How did you even end up at the doctor first of all?
I had always had really painful periods but hormonal birth control was never worked for me because I'm very sensitive to hormones. They make me very depressed. Anytime I was on a hormonal birth control, it was I was always really upset or depressed or crying. I couldn't get out of bed. It was just really bad. So I was on the copper IUD because it has no hormones, and I was like, this will be fine. And since I was a teenager, my periods were always really, really bad. Always really, really painful, really, really heavy. I thought that was completely normal. I didn't have anything to I'd never experienced someone else's period, so I didn't know what was normal, what wasn't. And then I had really painful sex, where I'd have to stop, literally be curled up in a ball and take painkillers because that was so painful.
Really?
And so that's why I went to the doctor first, which was last summer, around this time last year actually. I went to the doctor and I was just I had this really painful experience, and she was asking me loads of questions, and it's kind of serious when a doctor starts drawing a diagram for you.
Oh no.
So she was like, where does it hurt? Can you show me where? And I was like, here. And she drew a diagram and was like, if it's this kind of pain, this means this. If it's this kind of pain, it could be not so serious. And mine was quite deep, so she said that was quite a bad sign. That isn't really normal. So I had to get an ultrasound. I'd never had an ultrasound before.
Kind of weird experience for you going through all that.
Yes, it was really weird.
I can literally imagine yourself sitting in front of the doctor thinking, what is this person talking about? Whole diagram.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it just hurts.
Yeah, can you just give me a painkiller?
Yeah, it just hurts, it's so...
Is it really this serious that I need all this stuff done? So I had to get a blood test, I had to do pregnancy test, STI test.
Really? All
everything,
that?
Everything had to be ruled out. So
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. But then the ultrasound was to just see if there was any cysts or anything showing. With endometriosis, stage 1 and 2 you won't be able to see on an ultrasound because it's very superficial, very small amount. And then stages 3 and 4 is kind of in big clumps of endometriosis. it's kind of like almost like looks like cysts on your uterus. Just then it didn't show up as anything, so my doctor was a bit like, I still don't really like that this. She sent me to a gynecologist.
Okay.
Who then was like, the only way to really find out if there's something wrong is if we have surgery. So then I had to get surgery.
Like exploratory surgery? Or?
Yeah, it was like a keyhole surgery where like they just kind of went in 4 holes in my belly and they just had to check and see if I had it, and then if I did they were gonna like burn it away. I had that done, and then when I woke up, I literally remember sitting in the hospital and saying to the doctor like, what if there's nothing there? Like what if you find nothing? And he was like, well, let's just talk about that when you wake up. When I woke up from my surgery, he came into the room and he was like, you know, the way you asked me before the surgery, what if you didn't find anything? And I was like, yeah, I'm so scared. And
I could imagine your poor thing.
yeah, it was like, I was just like, oh my god, what is he about to say? So then he says it was actually everywhere, like it was really widespread. It wasn't at the stage 3 or 4, like it wasn't in like big kind of clumps yet, but like if I'd waited any longer it probably would have been. And yeah, it was just like everywhere, mainly around like my right ovary and like my left fallopian tube. But with a dye test, which basically like they put kind of like a dye through your fallopian tubes to see if they're open, if like nothing's being obstructed. My fallopian tubes were clear, so that's good. That's a really good sign. But he said like before my surgery, he'd said that I would have to go on like a certain type of medication to basically make sure I don't get periods, so I won't get any more symptoms and I won't have which is basically like a birth control kind of hormonal pill.
I remember at that time when you started to take the medicine, you were in danger.
Yeah,
it really ruins your hormones. I remember you were very sensitive. You were I remember you telling me you've been moody and still going through pain, even though there was no bleed.
Yeah.
How could that be possible? Like you're not getting your period, but you're actually getting the symptoms. That just connected me with my own experience. Because I think I mentioned to you at some point that I'm also very struggling a lot with my period. That it's not really regular. And even though sometimes I don't have my periods in 45 days and even like 2 months or something.
Wow.
Yes, I'm still getting the symptoms. And it really messed up with my mood.
Yeah.
I just freak out so easily, or I start crying out of nowhere. If there is no lactose-free milk at a supermarket, I'll be crying.
Yeah.
Why someone took all the milk?
No, exactly.
I feel only women who go through this understand what it actually is.
Yeah.
Something interesting I started to research yesterday after we talked about this idea of the podcast. I started to make research and started reading about this whole endometriosis. I found out this very important research in Cork University. 1 out of 10 women suffer endometriosis.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 women suffer pain in silence.
This is so horrible.
It must... what? I mean, 9 women out of 10, that's like shocking.
Yeah, it's just like, it's insane. But like I can understand why they suffer in silence, because like a lot of doctors don't really, they just don't really do very much about it. Like a lot of doctors are great, don't get me wrong, but like I've been told by doctors to have a positive attitude when I told them I was in pain. So
I feel lots of people live in pain. Now we know the number says that. Lots of people live in pain. But how you manage to live in pain? Because you still have to go to work.
Yeah, there's bills to be paid.
So you still have to manage to live with your pain and go through all that in your, like, try to do your normal life.
Yeah.
With pain. How is that for you?
At the start it was really, really hard. I was also just like so exhausted from being in pain. Like I had really bad fatigue. As you can imagine, like being in pain all the time, like that much, is just like, it makes you so tired. So like being at work, it was really hard. Luckily I had changed jobs pretty soon after my surgery, so I was in a woman owned and run business. So everyone really was like very understanding, and they were all very like, of course you just had surgery, you have this like disease, you should just like take it easy. They were really, really understanding, which was really nice. And like the manager was very like, if you need to just go upstairs and sit down, just go do that. And I was like, okay, that's amazing, because in my job before it was really like, why aren't you lifting heavy boxes, why aren't you able to stand at the till for, you know, this long? Like it was very like, that was very difficult, I found. The kind of like no real understanding. But in like where I'm working now, it's really nice. Like it's, yeah, everyone's very, very lovely. But obviously being in pain, because I work in a shop, if I wasn't speaking to a customer and I was like kind of behind like a shelf or a till or something, I would honestly just like kind of pop a squat, go like hold my hands to my belly and just like try to wait out like the cramp or whatever. I was like, I'd have those heat pads that you could stick onto your tummy. I've been using those for years.
Oh my God.
When I'm home, I just like live with a hot water bottle on me, like me and my hot water bottle, we're just best friends.
Does she has a name?
She doesn't have a name.
She doesn't have a name.
But she's pink and fuzzy, and she's my baby. I need it. Like I need a hot water bottle. It does do like pain. Heat really actually helps your pain so much. Like I did like this physiotherapy class for my endometriosis pain management, and the physiotherapist said that heat actually helps in like a lot, and you know, more than say paracetamol or ibuprofen. Like heat would actually help more than those. So like using a hot water bottle is actually a really good form of pain management.
It's an alternative then, because I do support painkillers, but I always will try the first something natural. As I said, like trying a tea of salvia, a whole bottle of water, or just like a physio. And I remember you mentioned at some point you've done it acupuncture.
Oh, acupuncture, yeah.
Oh, how was that for you?
That was really like eye-opening, to be honest.
Really?
To like just Chinese medicine. My friend Gigi does acupuncture, and she was basically explaining to me like what she's doing, like because she was putting pins into like my feet and my legs, and I was like, that's not where my womb is. But I asked her like, why are you putting like needles into like my feet and my legs? And she was like, there's so many like nerves that are connected, or like blood vessels and stuff that are like connected to your uterus in your feet and your legs, and like everything is connected. So putting like the needles in there will actually help your endometriosis pain.
Interesting.
Isn't that so interesting?
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, instead of put in my body like plenty of paracetamol, like different medicines that it might ruin my stomach later on, I would definitely give it a try to acupuncture. Because like a lot of it is also about, you know, what can you do to say, like, because it's all stagnant blood like in your tummy. So Chinese medicine is all about like trying to move that around. Exactly.
And like she used these suction cups as well.
Yes, I love them. And
she said that like if your skin goes very like red or purple as soon as you put the cups on, it means you have like lots of stagnant blood in your body. And of course mine went like really dark purple really, really quickly. And she was like literally then physically like moving the cups around my back and stuff, which was to like get like the blood like physically moving. And I felt amazing after that. And like while it's not like a, you know, it'll help you, you know, you kind of keep going back every so often, it does help you a lot. Like just your day-to-day, you know, which I think is better. Like, 'cause I really don't like taking painkillers either. I've never really liked it. Like I just don't really want to be like, I don't know, reliant on like pills. So it really did help me a lot. I love this part.
Me too. I
so
said this is the most satisfying part. Have you cut a cuticle perfectly?
Literally.
It's the most peaceful activity to do.
Even like the sound of it is just so.
Oh my god, ASMR.
So nice.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
ASMR content. I'm on it.
Oh, it's just so nice to watch as well.
Honestly, you know, sometimes I finish doing nails and then I go home and then I start watching videos of nails.
Of nails?
Yes.
You're so obsessed.
Yes, I'm so obsessed.
It's so good.
But now coming back to the endometriosis topic. So you were telling me that like the whole pain management in your personal life and and what do you try as an alternative, which I find it interesting because a lot of people they might be in pain, but they don't know exactly what works or what to try. So it's interesting that there are someone or somebody who can actually provide some alternative medicines to you instead of only painkillers. So now, after this conversation, what do you think about endometriosis? Because sometimes a lot of people around us, things like this remind us that pain sometimes is not visible. We have to be kind with people who are struggling with this kind of situation, as a very sensitive topic, which is endometriosis. And everyone who listens to this podcast, please make sure you check in with your friends. Make sure you check in with your sister, with your cousins, everyone around. Are they okay? Are they having pain? Are they suffering in silence? Check in with them and let me know in the comments what are they telling to you. Just before I close this episode, I want to give a huge thank you to Carla for being so brave to sharing her own story, her own experience with us, and sharing her vulnerability to other people, so then we can all learn and know that sometimes pain is invisible. We don't have to do it by yourself. We don't have to do it by your own. Thank you so much for staying with us in this nail appointment. So thank you so much, and I'm excited to see you in the next episode.